I'm just going to have this open.
Hi, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Everybody. Yeah.
Hi, one person. Hi,
Hey, four people. Hello, nine people.
You know what I hate is, have you ever seen one of those Facebook Lives where, like, whoever is doing it greets every single person by name who comes
Oh my
in?
God, yeah.
And then you're like, why am I watching somebody greeting
yeah.
other people?
Hi, Becky. Hi, Ivy. Hi, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to do that.
We're not gonna.
because
Hey,
that's
Kay.
super annoying.
Yeah.
You guys, Iowa is a disaster, and it's so fun.
So fun to watch. They're like imploding.
Hey,
You know what we
listen,
should do? We should totally put them in charge of the country.
If you want to know what Democrats leading things looks like,
This is it.
I mean,
This is it.
this is what it looks
We
like.
can't do software.
Why did they decide? This is what I don't understand. Is why would they decide willy-nilly that now is the time for an app? How about you change to having a normal voting process like the
Yeah.
rest of the country?
Instead
of these corner gatherings.
I'm starting to suspect that they're doing this on purpose.
Wait,
Yeah.
who?
Like the Democrats. They just don't, like, they want to screw things up. Because, let's face it, they don't want Bernie. I know I have my tinfoil hat on. But they don't want Bernie to be the guy. So they're just like, what can we do to screw this up and not make him the guy? They just don't, because you know he's winning. I mean, you know that Bernie's going to win this, right?
That's the thing. I think he'll win regardless. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think they may hate it, but I don't think it's
They
going to
can
show
keep
anything
him from
different.
winning.
Yeah, I think he's going to win. And you know, if he is, he's definitely on top. Like, and it doesn't matter who. Actually, I forget what the stats were. Something like 2 presidents in the last forever have actually been the been the Iowa caucus winners. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Iowa, everybody's like, oh my God, Iowa. But
it doesn't
is it
really
really
matter.
that important?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
I don't think it's all that important. I mean, Rick Santorum won Iowa, okay, if that gives you any indication.
Yeah.
It's just not that big of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, there. You know what's trending on Twitter is hashtag Mayor Cheat. Because they think Pete's like stealing this somehow. It's not Pete. It's the Democrat National Committee.
They just, seriously, give me a break. They don't know how. They don't want Bernie to be the guy.
Mm-mm.
They don't want him to be the guy. They're going to do it again. They're going to try so hard to make this, again, not about him.
Yeah.
Even though the people, listen, y'all, Democrats are freaking commies now. I don't know how many times we have to say this. Like that, I don't know why this is so hard for people to understand. Like,
yeah, I mean, they're all a level of commie.
yeah, they're commie. It's like, you can call it socialism, but socialism is on the road to it's basically communism light.
They're all on the road. They're just at different stages of the road.
Yeah,
That's
it's
all.
like, so if there are Democrats, if you're friends with Democrats who are like, well, you know, I'm a Democrat, but I mean, I really wanted Hillary to win. Okay.
What in the world?
That freaked me out. Her computer started talking, you guys.
I don't know where that came from.
So that scared me a
Oh my
little. I was like,
God.
I was about to start kicking things.
Holy crap.
But I mean,
Sorry.
this is the thing. If you have friends who are Democrats who still live in that la, fantasy land of there are moderates, and you know, I'm back in the Democrat world of, I don't know who's back in Jimmy Carter land or something. It's like,
I mean, I'm sure there's people out there, but there's not candidates out there.
Well,
that
no.
are-
I don't even think there may be people who believe that they can still vote and be a Democrat who is going to be like, you know, the old timey Democrat.
Like a blue dog?
Your party doesn't exist anymore. Like, that party doesn't exist anymore. The only party that you have if you're a Democrat is a socialist party. That's what exists.
And you can thank Bernie Sanders for that.
Yeah.
He's the one that pulled everyone over to the left.
Exactly. I mean, that's what you got, Democrats. Y'all are socialists. And if you
Congrats.
Congratulations, you're socialists. I mean, there is a clear delineation between, you know, pseudo-commies and then conservatives. And that's, if you don't like that, sorry. You know, you totally made your bed there. You made your bed. And what's his name? Bill Kristol is now that.
Let's get back to Iowa, though, because Iowa is so crazy. So just to give you an update, what is it? It's 7:50 right now, 7:45. We don't know the results of last night's caucus because of how utterly incompetent these clowns are in the DNC. Now, Tom Perez should resign. I mean, that's my opinion. Like
He's
Tom
not going
Perez,
to resign.
of course he's not going
Yeah.
to. He should if he had any sense. But the Iowa Democrat Party, you guys, I mean, they bought themselves an app from people who used to work for Hillary. They bought this app that they thought, oh, it's like this really fancy tabulation, calculating, number crunching app.
Yeah.
The app didn't work. So their backup plan was a hotline. And so they were going to have all the precinct chairs just call this hotline, report your results. Well, they tried and they couldn't get through, or they were on hold for 2 hours and then they just gave up. Their third option is to take pictures of paper and then like count paper. so that's what they're doing right now. This is why we still don't have results, because they're counting something. And that is how borked Iowa is right now. And I could not love it any harder.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I mean, if you need just more evidence of the sheer incompetence that is Democrats, look no further.
Yeah.
It's Iowa.
I mean, it's everything that they touch turns to crap, you know?
It's bad.
We should totally turn over our health care to these people.
Or our entire way of life, right? Because I think it was Brad Parscale on Trump's campaign who was like, these are the people who want to completely take over the entire healthcare system. It's not just healthcare, it's our entire way
everything.
of life.
They want to transform America. This is what they want to do. No, let's not do that.
I just love it.
It's just crazy.
They
want more government and everything. They want a bureaucratic system for everything. And this is what they'll do. They'll screw it up. Yeah.
God. I mean, this is... And I really do. I know that there's like, 4 or 5 maybe states that still do caucusing in lieu of just voting, like regular voting. And I don't understand why. I mean, as we've been talking to our own news team about this all week and last week, and they've been explaining the process of everyone grouping in corners. And I'm just like, why are you doing it that way? Like, just stop. If you're going to go with the times, instead of getting an app that's bound to fail after you spend $60,000 on it, why not just have an actual primary? Why? I don't understand why they're doing this. But this is what they're doing. Anyway, that's what's going on in Iowa. Also, you probably all heard the news about Rush Limbaugh, which is so sad.
Yeah, it's very sad. His message to like the people that he knows are going to, be loving and wonderful to him. So sweet.
Oh my God.
Because he's a loving, wonderful guy, right?
And a trailblazer, man.
Yeah, and
he's the godfather of radio, really.
He is. He's the best. Back when he first started too, my husband used to listen, because my husband's not very political at all, and he used to sit in his car at lunchtime, this was back in the early 90s, and listen to him. During lunch, like sit and eat his lunch in the car and listen to him on the radio. And this is when he was like kind of funny, not as political, but like really kind of funny. And then he became more and more political. Not that that's a bad thing. He became more and more political because obviously everybody loves him. But my husband doesn't listen to political talk radio as much. But he's a great radio guy. I mean, he is, like you say, the grandfather, right?
I don't know if anybody watched Sean Hannity talking about it last night too. It was I was curious about how he would cover it, what I mean? And he was just close to sobbing. Like it was just, because they're tight. And Sean really does recognize him as the person who paved the way for everybody, including us, really, if you think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, he paved the way. And so I don't know what advanced means. I can only assume, like, when it comes to cancer stages, that means bad.
Yeah.
But, I'm sure he's got the absolute best medical team, and we just got to hope that he's one of the few that beat it.
Yeah.
Because, wow. I mean, just so sad. And, of course, immediately when I went to Twitter, that complete cesspool.
Why would you do it? Yeah.
God,
Why would you go to Twitter? Yeah, that's the thing. That's the first thing I thought of last night is I was like, oh, my God. Because he's so awesome and sweet in his statement because he's like, the people who know me, like, y'all get it. You get it. You get me. And so this, like, he was talking directly to the people who get him and who love him and who understand. It's like the people, it's like he's laser focused on those people. And then the people outside of that group, that community that he's built, he's like, it's like he knows he's going to get hate. He knows he's going to get it.
He's been around long enough to know that's exactly how this works.
Totally. And so I'm thinking to myself, God, I can't even imagine the hate that is coming his way, which is an awful thing to think, right? I mean, but that those people are are coming out with the daggers, which what is wrong with those people?
And it just, it's a contrast to me. Now, granted, it could all be about the people that we choose to follow on Twitter, but when Jerry Nadler announced that his wife was suffering from whatever kind of cancer it is that she has, pancreatic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, there were conservatives, myself included, who were like, wow, I cannot stand him, but I wouldn't wish cancer on my worst enemy, and I hope that she recovers, and I hope that he takes time with her, blah, blah, blah. That was the kind of messaging that I was seeing. And now it's just such a stark contrast. I mean, the hate that is being sent at Rush is just, it's gross. Yeah. I mean, it's just disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like the lack of humanity. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
And that's when I'm reminded of like why you are never on Twitter.
I hate Twitter. I can't.
I get it.
I can't do it.
It's so gross. Are you guys paying attention? Are you paying attention to the Weinstein stuff at all?
Because it's another gross story. I
right?
mean,
but this girl that's been on the stand like yesterday saying that he doesn't that his penis actually looks like a vagina and that he doesn't have testicles. This is the kind of stuff that makes me think, wouldn't he just say, somebody look at my junk so I can prove her wrong?
No, because I think that's the kind of stuff that you just kind of go, you brush off and you go, this chick is just trying to get attention, you know?
Why? But I mean, then I'm like, am I victim shaming? Like, should I feel bad for her? But then like his lawyer, that woman, I forget her name, but she is a hard ass, man. I mean, she badgered this girl on the stand so much that she ended up having a panic attack.
Well, here's the thing. I think that he did rape women.
Yeah.
I think that he sexually assaulted women, but then I think that there are also some women that are coming in from the peripheral who are like jumping on the bandwagon and saying, he also did this to me when he didn't.
Right.
Which is unfortunate, because that sucks. Why would you do that? Because in the case of this woman, like I don't consider, at least, and I'm sure I may get crap for this, but I don't have it in front of me. But this particular chick, she was raped by him, but then she had what I perceive as a relationship with him.
Oh yeah.
For years, and
that she pursued.
Yes, and she'd text him and be like, come meet my mother.
Right.
I don't understand that. I just don't get that. So if she was in fact raped by him and it was violent and awful, I don't understand why you would continue to see him over and over and over and over and over again
and ask him to meet your mom.
Yeah, and
what?
I don't understand why you would do that.
But see, this is when the feminists will come out and say, you just don't understand victims
I know,
and how they operate.
Well, okay, all right.
Okay, but at what point do you just have to take responsibility for and accountability for how you're behaving?
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, if you're voluntarily making contact and reaching out and like asking for continued contact, that's kind of on you.
Yeah.
Especially if you get him to believe that you're in an actual relationship.
Yeah. And again, I'm not saying that he didn't actually rape women, because I think he did. But I think some of these women are like, well, listen, he's going to have to pay out to all these women, and there's a lot of women that he did rape, so I'm going to get on this too.
Yeah.
Because I knew him, or I had proximity to him, or I had a relationship with him too, and he's just a dirty scumbag, so I'm going to go ahead and say that he raped me too. I hate to say that out loud because it's gross that people would do this, but I do think that occurred in some instances.
Because you can't always believe all women.
You can't. It's God, this whole story is so gross.
I know, it's absolutely disgusting.
Just all of it's gross.
So gross.
Yeah.
Did you read that story in the lineup today about feeders?
Feeder. Oh yeah, the feeder boyfriend where the chick is really fat.
I didn't even know that this was a thing that people do on purpose, but like this chick who's 450 pounds, and I love the freak shows, so this story like was right up my alley. She went online to find a feeder boyfriend. Like she specifically went looking for that type of community, and there is such a thing where there's feeders and feedies. And so the feeders are like the dudes that want to get their women as fat as possible, and the feedies are the eaters, right?
Yeah, and I read what she eats in a day, and then like when she has like what do they call the day?
A feeder day.
A feeder day.
Or a stuffing day.
And I thought, wow, that's like the regular days. I was like, that sounds like a good day.
It's
like,
5,000 calories on a regular day and 10,000 calories on a
is it really
stuffing
5,000 calories on a regular day?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's 5,000 calories.
Well, I mean, it's an entire large pizza and chicken wings and fruit and bagels and a large pasta and all these energy drinks and chocolate.
I was
and
going to say,
chips.
because I've eaten a pizza by myself before.
Yeah, I mean, I always do
I mean,
that.
I feel like.
But
I should do
usually,
that.
I haven't had all those other things.
Okay.
You know what
All
I mean?
right. I mean, I just feel like, because I'm looking at that and I'm like, wow, okay.
But I mean, so these guys, tell me that this is a fetish. That this isn't normal behavior. Okay, so like this is, they can talk about how they're engaged and in love. Bull crap. He just has a fetish.
Alex said she
This
called
is
Jimmy
crazy.
John's and get fed really fast.
Freaky fast.
Yeah, freaky fast. Alex, that's.
I mean, it's just so
Yeah.
bizarre. And so, like, he proposed to her by hiding a ring in an ice cream sundae. And they incorporate food into their sexual behavior.
That's so gross.
She has a goal weight, you guys, of 600 pounds. So that's when they get married. When they'll get married when she hits 600 pounds.
That's like six of.
Right. That's
us.
the thing. I mean, it.
That's so gross. That's disgusting.
And
Yeah.
he's like a regular dude. Like he's 6'2", 190 pounds.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's totally regular dude. He just has a fetish. And if you don't think that that's a fetish, you are a moron. That's what that is. That's a fetish. It's not normal. And then she's like, but listen, I'm super healthy because I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables and vitamins. And she gets
No,
her
you're not.
blood
Super-
pressure checked and everything's fine. Like all of her, what are those? What's the word?
I don't know. When, you going like this is not going to make me know what's in your brain. I don't know.
Usually it does.
Blood
her
pressure.
vitals.
Her
Her vitals.
Okay.
They're all in normal limits, right? And
Okay.
so she's like, so I'm like super healthy.
Yeah,
But let me
no,
show you
you're
a
not,
picture.
You're not super healthy.
Because-
If you're 600 and something pounds, you're not.
Yeah.
You're not super
This is
healthy.
not-
It's like you always say. You're not. Listen,
Am I showing it?
there are no. Oh my god.
Am I showing it?
Yeah,
That's not super healthy,
That's
you guys.
not super healthy.
It's
That's
not
also
healthy.
not pregnant. That's fat.
That's not, because again,
Yeah.
in case we need to remind you, there are no elderly, giant, obese people. And there's a reason for that.
Yeah, because they're dead. I don't know if we need to point that out. I mean, I think she was being obvious, but I'm just gonna
Yeah.
put it out there. She's
gross.
Yeah, not gonna live very long. Okay. What else is happening?
Well, we're going to play some good stuff on our regular radio show today. We've got that fight between, not fight, but the little altercation between Joe Biden and Savannah Guthrie, which is getting a lot of play because he's so crazy. So we'll be playing that on our show. We'll be playing Russia's announcement about his cancer on our show. We'll be talking about, we'll be playing little montage of all the candidates from Iowa last night reacting to the no results. So we'll be also playing that.
And when are they going to know? I mean, this is the thing. How long can this go on? They have to know by today.
Oh yeah,
right?
they're,
I mean,
and
they
they're
have
saying,
to.
they're counting and they want to be really extra sure that they're accurate.
Yeah.
So, but they're saying, I mean, it could be by the time we start. I
Y'all,
doubt
it's
it.
going to be Bernie. If it's not Bernie, then this thing is rigged. Honestly, it has to. If it's not Bernie, then we know that this whole thing has been rigged, and that's what they were doing. I mean, let's just get real.
Yeah, I mean, if Bernie is not the clear winner, there's going to be chaos, like more chaos than there already is.
Yeah.
And the Bernie people, I mean, you know how they are because we've seen those Project Veritas videos.
Well, they're basically Antifa.
They're crazy.
Yeah.
They're lunatics, and they will cause mayhem and destruction.
They'll
think
start
so.
beating up cops. God, I mean, and those
monsters.
It's going to be a smelly outbreak. These people don't bathe. Seriously.
Oh, and that's another thing we'll be talking about on the show is the latest Project Veritas video, which is not about Bernie's team at all. It's about somebody else. So we'll be talking about that 9 to 11 on WIBC.
Yes,
WIBC.com.
Yes, you can check us out there. All right, I think we have to go do the things.
Podcast today, too.
Yes, we're doing a
our
podcast on feminism.
And the Super Bowl halftime
Is it
show.
about showing your boobs or not showing your boobs?
We're going to
Walked
be
in
discussing...
just in time to be talking about showing
Boobs.
boobs or not showing boobs, Rob.
Are you pro showing boobs or anti showing boobs?
What? When?
I think we know the answer to that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's rhetorical.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be talking about it in the context of the Super Bowl halftime show, which is still so everybody is blah, like freaking
Yeah.
out, and there's so much controversy. I got called a bad mother like several times by people for allowing my 14-year-old kid to
watch the Super Bowl?
Yeah, first of all, he wasn't even at my house for me to stop.
Really?
But secondly, like, I should not have to pull my kid away from...
Who called you a bad mother?
Oh, I mean, there's tweets and like on Instagram, people
because
are
they
like,
heard you talking about it yesterday?
Yeah. And so because my 14-year-old son watched it, like, you know, I suck as a parent.
What are you supposed to do? Give him like a blindfold? So during the middle of it, he's supposed to go, oh my God.
I would have had to predict that there was going to be a pole
Right?
dance.
This is the thing. How are you supposed to predict that?
That's the thing. I mean,
I wasn't
people...
allowed to watch TV as a kid.
I don't believe that.
I was forced to listen to Billy Graham sermons and the Best of Billy Sunday.
Well, it obviously did not
well,
do
this
any good.
This actually...
Why I am the way I am today.
If that is true, it explains a lot. Totally does.
Bye, Rob.
Bye.
Bye,
I
Rob.
sent you a new audio clip.
That sounds boring.
It does sound boring.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what we're doing on today's podcast, which will be released tomorrow.
Where did Ron go? Where does Ron go? Rob. You mean
Rob?
Rob? Rob goes to...
We don't hate Rob,
No, we don't. We just give him a lot of crap every day.
and he gives it right back.
And he deserves it because he gives all the crap right back to us. Believe me.
It's a very brotherly,
It is.
sisterly
exactly.
relationship.
It's like we have to do that. He goes out the door there to his little cubby, and then he gets audio for us for the show.
For the show.
He's the producer of our show and the board op. And we do the template every day. We create the lineup, and then we say, here's all the audio we need. And so when he gets here around, I didn't wear my watch today. He gets here around 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
He rolls in. Our show starts at 9. And so we have like a list of audio clips that we need. And he has to get that crap ready for us. And so he has to get out there and skedaddle.
So that we sound like we have a professional program. I mean, we don't. But
Like, yeah.
we don't sound like that.
Exactly.
But at least we make a somewhat of an effort.
yeah. So we give him a list of stuff that he has to do.
Yes, the door goes out into the hallway.
That's
and
the
into
hallway.
main-
Yeah, this is our office in here.
Yeah.
We share it with Miss Terry Stacy. It's like a sorority back here. We're like the only women that are in this entire floor.
Except
basically.
Rob technically has a side of that office,
But
which
he
is why
doesn't.
he comes in and then goes back out.
He doesn't want to be with the women because there's too much estrogen back here, and so he always hangs out with the boys out there.
Yeah.
Because he can't deal.
Cannot deal.
Because it's like it is a sorority back here. Yeah, we have pictures of dudes. We have like Sam Elliott.
yeah.
We've got Chris Hemsworth.
I've got a cutout of Robbie Williams. That's
We've got
full
Donald
size.
Trump. We've got, we've got like a guy that we invented.
Oh yeah, I'll show that.
You guys, we have a guy. This is pretty funny. We actually created a man.
We didn't, because somebody did this on the internet.
Yeah, we did it on the internet. We created a man.
Are you guys ready to see
guys
the
ready?
most perfect male specimen?
It's a man. We created him.
So somebody on the internet
It was like weird science.
took Jake Gyllenhaal and Matt Bomer from Magic Mike, and they fused them together in one perfect, delicious specimen. Just look at him. Look
at
him
his
in the
eyes.
Look at that.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
How
we-
perfect
Yeah, so
this
we
man?
figured we'd frame him and put him on the wall. So we put him on the wall, and then next to him is my personal favorite. Next to him is Sam Elliott.
What does it say?
It says 71 years old, still flutters hearts. It's Sam Elliott.
Also, some very sexy eyeballs.
Yeah.
Very sexy eyeballs.
That's Sam Elliott. Yeah, so we have him up on the wall too. And then, we just have she's dropping crap. Sorry guys. But yeah, so we have a bunch of stuff up on our door that's inappropriate that we can't show you.
I should have never taken these down.
I'll get it. Like we have a picture of Terry Stacy in a really short pair of jean shorts with a leather jacket on and really giant hair back in the 80s.
I can't do it.
That we can't. Well, I'll get it when you're done. And then Chris Hemsworth. Y'all remember? Did you see the movie Vacation?
I'll get it.
When he.
No, I can't get it. It's taped.
Is it taped?
Yeah.
I probably can get it.
Because it's taped to our dog, and
Here,
you don't
I'll-
want to show that.
I can untape it. You don't.
So you
definitely don't want to show.
Don't
that.
show the dogs. We'll get in
No,
trouble.
you can't. 'Cause that's inappropriate. I can get
There's
it.
certain things we're not even going to share with you guys because
Here.
they're
Then
that
there's
inappropriate.
this. Hold on. We have this one too.
What movie is that from?
This is from the newest Vacation movie. You remember that?
It's also totally inappropriate.
It says, "Oh hi, Mark. Hello, Daisy." That's what. This is the kind of crap we have in our office on the door. That's the kind of stuff that we have. Yeah, that gives you a little insight.
Yeah.
That's all for today, though. We can't show you everything. Otherwise,
You'll
we'd have-
think less of us.
Yeah,
you
you
probably
don't-
already do.
she's a terrible mother
Right. Worst mom ever.
for letting her son watch the Super Bowl halftime show. Seriously, you guys. All right, bring it in. Bring it in. Oh, you guys have a great. It's Wednesday, right?
Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday.
I've been doing the same thing.
Oh
I've
my
been
god!
totally
I
fast
almost
forwarding.
just said have a great hump day.
I know. I've been
and
doing
people
that
would have
too.
been like, "That's inappropriate."
No, for real.
Okay.
I've been doing the same thing. I don't know what
Yeah.
it is about this week.
Okay, well, have a great Tuesday.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.